What?
We're supposed to be packing up here.
Right.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the letters Mom wrote to the clinics, the ones about gold nanoshells.
It's too late for gold nanoshells.
You never know.
Alice, she's in hospice. She's not coming back here. That's why we're packing up. All the options have pretty much been exhausted. It's too late for that. Alice! Okay, so you found them. What are you going to do with them?
I'm going to give them to Mom.
That's ridiculous.
She was asking about them.
She's been asking about a lot of things recently, most of which don't make any sense.
I don't understand the holdup. She volunteered 3 years ago.
3 years ago, nanoshells might have done some good for Mom. Not anymore.
What do you want to do? Do you want us to just let her die?
We do what we can with what we've got.
We had gold nanoshells 3 years ago.
No, we didn't. Gold nanoshells were still in the experimental phase 3 years ago. Nanoshells are used to treat tumors.
And they are unlike any other treatment. It really is miraculous. Tiny pieces of silica coated in gold. And they're so small, they're invisible. Listen, nano gold shells are injected into the body, and the body won't reject them because gold is non-toxic to the bloodstream. And so they pass unnoticed, fall through the imperfections surrounding the tumor, and collect at its core. There is no knife cutting anything away here. It's also completely non-invasive. Listen, a laser light applied from outside the body penetrates to the core of the tumor, and the light absorbed by the nanoshells heats to a point where it burns the tumor away. All so simple.
Not really simple. You only see the miracle cure, not the consequences. There's a lot more involved.
Like what?
Like, for example, we don't know what happens to the nanoshells after they've destroyed the tumor. I mean, are they absorbed by the body? How are they absorbed by the body? What happens to the body as a result of their absorption?
This is about cancer.
Cancer that has gone well beyond the tumor stage. Nanoshells won't do any good for Mom.
They could have. I don't understand why she wasn't allowed to be treated.
This isn't just about her. We don't know what these nanoshells will do.
What difference does it make?
It makes a lot of difference. I mean, are they excreted by the body? How are they excreted? Do they get into the environment, the water supply? I mean, think about asbestos, lead paint, mercury.
So what?
So what? We need to do the appropriate experiments first. I mean, this whole field of nanoscale science, and I'm not just talking about nanoshells, but this huge, enormous revolution that involves the rearrangement of matter, the recreation of substance, is something that necessitates a little bit of caution.
We're talking about cancer here.
We're talking about life and death here.
That's right. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Alice, I know this is hard. And if Mom wants to see the letters she wrote requesting treatment with nanoshells, that's fine. But we need to face reality here.
I honestly think you are allowing this whole situation to cloud your judgment. There is a lot to be optimistic about.
Maybe so. She did seem a little better yesterday.
I'm not just talking about Mom. I'm talking about the way you're dismissing technology, the way you refuse to see the promise.
The only promise is that things will be radically different.
They're always different.
Not like this. I have been studying this stuff.
I've done far more research on possible cures for cancer than you.
And we've tried them all. If they were available, if they weren't complete lunacy, Mom was open to trying them. I'm talking about nanoscale technology, not just gold nanoshells, but all the different sorts of nanoshells and nanotubes and quantum dots and fullerenes and who knows what else. Probably developing another one as we speak.
That's progress.
We simply don't know enough about what we're doing here.
We know how to do it. We know how to manipulate atoms and induce them to form new structures.
And we have a lot of potential applications. Stain-resistant pants, environmental safeguards, prolonging life, possible cures for cancer.
What is wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, which was why no one is asking questions. It all seems so positive. least with the atomic bomb, we knew from the beginning it was dangerous.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous.
It only seems ridiculous because you haven't thought of the consequences.
What does the atomic bomb have to do with anything?
It's the only comparable threat we've had in our entire evolution.
You're exaggerating.
Am I?
I think, in truth, this has more to do with Mom. The fact that she's not getting better, she's in a hospice, and she's not coming home.
No.
When you get scared, when death can't be denied, when it becomes your focus, you leap around looking for other things to worry about.
I'm not leaping around.
Today I drove to 5 different places before I came over here. Half the time I didn't know why.
I know why I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it because nobody else is.
Okay, talk.
This is an issue almost everyone else is ignoring. In this country that prides itself on free speech, we're choosing distraction over substance. Did you know I was using a sunscreen that had nanoparticles in it and I didn't even know it?
It's just sunscreen.
You don't care what you put in your body or on it?
It's just
The
sunscreen.
point is, no one told me. I certainly didn't do the research myself. How many people have you heard participate in the conversation about nanoscale technology?
No one other than you.
Exactly, and that's my point. The world is now engaged in manipulating the most elemental aspects of life itself without a dialogue that focuses on the consequences. Because, quite frankly, we're seduced by the possibilities.
Yeah.
We need to talk about this.
You're right.
I mean, let's look at the consequences. We've never dealt with anything like this before, so there is no precedent.
No, not in the same way.
It's an entirely new paradigm.
It is.
It's a block away from outside the box.
Right.
So above all else, we need complete honesty here, and like I said, we need to talk about it.
I have cancer.
What?
A lump. I had a mammogram, a biopsy, an ultrasound. It's malignant.
When?
Today.
Why didn't you tell me?
I guess I was too busy being seduced by the possibilities.